Well, let's face it, buying a smartphone under 25,000 right now is a complete brain fog. You want great cameras? Forget about gaming. You want really smooth game performance? Forget about everything else. And this is where this price range right now is a complete circus. But in this video, I've sorted everything. Best for gaming, best for camera, the cleanest software, best battery, and one super underrated phone that no one's even talking about. This is Rupesh, you're watching Sillycorns. Subscribe right now because at the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to buy under 25k and what not to buy. Okay, so let's start with the gamers because you guys are really fast with your fingers and even faster to rage quit. And my favorite gaming phone under 25k has to be this, the iQOO Neo 10R. So this got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is stable, reliable, and performs really well in games. Now I know what you're thinking, why not the Poco X7 Pro? Yes, it has the Dimensity 8400 Ultra and scores higher in Nano in Geekbench multi-core, even in GPU tests, but these numbers aren't everything. At the same time, iQOO had higher performance figures in CPU throttling, better stability in 3D Mark, it even performed better in actual gaming. We played Wuthering Waves on both the phones at the highest settings for 30 minutes and both the phones got warm, but Poco gave us an average FPS of 38, which isn't that smooth. iQOO had a much better average of 51 FPS, and that's a big difference and you can feel it while gaming. On top of that, iQOO has a brighter 144Hz display, better speakers, better haptics, and yes, even better cameras than the Poco X7 Pro. You actually get some vibrant, punchy shots with decent detail and dynamic range, and even some good portraits, but yeah, no telephoto lens. So not the best on the list, but not bad by any means. Your Instagram won't suffer. Plus, you get a massive 6400 mAh silicon carbon battery, and it can hit a screen time of like 10 to 11 hours, which is crazy, and there's 80 watt charging, so no compromises there. And this will get 3 years of OS updates and 4 years of security patches, so all pretty solid, but there are a few things to keep in mind. So this is IP65 rated, so not fully water resistant. The design is plastic and kind of meh, especially in this color. It's got Fun Touch OS, which is honestly not as bad as some make it out to be. But yes, you'll see some bloatware here and there. There's also no NFC, and the base model comes with UFS 3.1 128GB storage. And if you want faster UFS 4 version, that'll cost extra, and that's not in the under 25k segment. I think that the base model goes for 26,999, 24,999 with the bank discount. But hey, if you don't have those bank cards, and if you want a phone that's proper under 25k without any bank discounts and you want really good performance, keep watching because there are some other options too. Now the next one is kind of a 2-in-1. It's also the best camera phone and it's also the best experience phone under 25k. I'm talking about the Nothing Phone 3. I'll be honest, if you want really good cameras, you have to look around 30k. There's the F60 Pro, the Nord 5 comes in, but I know you didn't come to this video for that nothing under 25k answer, and so there it is, nothing under 25k. So the Nothing Phone 3A is probably the coolest looking phone in the segment, and it has a 50 megapixel main camera, a 50 megapixel 2x telephoto, and an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and the front camera is also 32 megapixel, and the photos actually come out really good, especially for this price range. Lots of detail, good dynamic range, balanced colors, skin tones are good, and the 2x telephoto lens helps a lot. And portrait and zoom shots actually look sharp and barely usable. I mean, it's not perfect, but the photos have gotten better with updates, especially under 25k. Now the software, this is running Nothing OS 3 based on Android 15, and this is the absolute cleanest experience you can get under 25k. I mean, no bloatware, no ads, nothing annoying, plenty of customization too, and this will get 3 years of Android updates and 6 years of security patches. The battery is 5000 mAh, not super big in the silicon carbon era, but still lasts a day and is optimized very well. But yeah, it has the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3, which is not as powerful as other phones here, and UFS 2.2 in 2025. And this price range is a bit sad, but the performance is good. You can play BGMI at 90 FPS, even though it's not a gaming phone by any means. And yeah, there are a few things to know. There's only IP64 rating, no charger in the box. But yeah, this is one phone that's anything but boring. So basically, if you value good software, good cameras under 25k, and you're looking for a balanced sort of phone, not specially made for gaming, then this is pretty much made for you. Now, if you just want a phone with killer battery life under 25k, this is the obvious option. This one. So this thing packs a massive 7100 mAh battery and you're easily looking at 10 hours of screen on time easily. And yeah, going a full 2 days without charging is totally doable on this phone, and there's 80 watt fast charging. So yeah, hands down, it's the best battery setup under 25k right now. But it's not just a good battery phone, there's more to it. See, the design looks clean. There's even a micro SD card slot. It runs Oxygen OS 15 with those buttery smooth animations a lot of you love. Plus, it's got solid 4 years of Android OS updates and 6 years of security patches, highest in this list. Performance too is nice and awesome with the Dimensity 8350 Apex. The 120Hz display is sharp and bright, and yes, both BGMI, Call of Duty, all of run can high frame rates up to 120 FPS. So yeah, it's a pretty well balanced phone that pretty much ticks all the boxes, but yeah. See, the cameras are good enough, but nothing to brag about. Daylight shots have decent detail and dynamic range. Portraits could have been better, and low light shots do come out a bit soft at times. So your usual decent camera setup, and there are some compromises too, like the display doesn't sit flush, it sticks out slightly from the frame. There's also just a single speaker, no NFC, and the haptics, well, they are quite disappointing for a OnePlus phone. And this is priced at 24,999, but with card discounts of up to 2,000 rupees, you can grab it around 23k. And the good part, everything's included. You get a charger, you get a case, you get a pre-applied screen protector. So yeah, no need to spend anything extra. Now here's a bonus option I really like. So if you really want a OnePlus phone, there's also the OnePlus Nord 4. And by the way, this also has the alert slider. See, right now this is going at 30k, 28k with the bank discount, but it almost always goes at 25k for the 256GB variant. At that price, it's honestly a steal. Unlike the CE5, this one has an aluminum unibody design, which just feels way more premium than plastic phones in this segment. The display also sits flush with the frame, looks cleaner, and overall the in-hand feel is just so much better. You also get much better haptics. You also get proper dual stereo speakers, all of which is missing in the Nord CE5. Now this has Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 3, which is like the long lost cousin of 8's Gen 3, which is still very powerful, and you can run games like BGMI, COD at 90 FPS without any issues. Even something like Genshin runs fine on the highest settings. Now battery wise, you get a 5500 mAh that lasts easily a full day. The 100-watt fast charging is no joke. The Nord 4 launched last year with Android 14, and it's already got Android 15 and still has 3 major OS updates to go. So pretty sorted on the software front. But yeah, while the main camera is good, it has pretty average ultra-wide and selfie cameras, and there is some bloatware too. But overall, if you want a more premium design build, you want the basics to be nailed just right, this might be the phone that makes more sense to you. Just look out for this to go under 25k, which is a lot of the time. Now, when we were testing all of these phones, there's one phone that really caught my eye, and that is the Realme P3 Ultra, because this is a phone that's a solid all-rounder and nobody's talking about it. Look, first off, the moment you pick it, it feels like something different, something more premium than the other phones in this list. I mean, it's slim, it's light, has a 6.83-inch 1.5K AMOLED display, which is like the largest on the list if that matters to you. It's also curved from all the 4 sides and looks kind of proper flagship and not too curved to be a problem. It also gets bright enough outdoors, media looks really good on it. It also has haptics, loud stereo speakers, and Realme UI, which is kind of same as Oxygen OS, very smooth and nice animations. And this has the Dimensity 8350 Ultra, so very similar to the Nord CE5, and you can play BGMI at 90 FPS, COD mobile at 120 FPS, and performance is very good, very solid. Now here's the part that really surprised me. Even though this is super sleek and nice, this is packing in a massive 6000 mAh battery, and this battery here lasts a full day easily, and you get an 80-watt charger in the box. Plus this is IP69 rated, so water is not a problem either. But yes, the main cameras aren't the strong point. Photos are usually a bit bright and boosted, which some people might like, but yeah, it's not something I'd recommend if camera is your top priority. Also, no NFC, no HDR in Netflix, and this will only get 2 years of Android OS updates and 3 years of security patches, so keep that in mind. But overall, it does a lot of things right. It's cheaper than most. You can get it for 20, 21k almost all the time, and for this price, it's just solid value. They're definitely worth checking out under 25k, and that's the reason why this is like the most underrated phone under 25k. So under 25k is kind of fun right now, but I'm pretty sure that now you've watched this video, you kind of know which phone to buy. So yeah, go buy what fits your vibe, recommend what's right to others, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Bye.